Hey guys, I'm going to tell you a story about Anthony Scott. I was like a little 13-year-old Grom, and I obviously grew up South Beach and didn't come from much, but I love surfing.
I'm getting a big score. This is Shane Dawn from Big Winnie.
I got introduced to the water through Alistair Taylor at the age of 9. I met him in karate, and he got me into bodyboarding, and then I bodyboarded for like 2 years. I was 11, I started standing on surfboards, started surfing with the South Beach guys, South Beach Rats, and Alton Fursman, Stephen, Kat, and a bunch of other guys, Mark Mayer and stuff, and we used to have these little competitions, and Warren Dixon, so Dixie a lot too. But remember, as I was like kind of going to Beachwood, I went there stand 6, and my eyes opened up more. There were guys like Wade Sharp, Noel Rami, Vince King, Cole Rue, so many great surfers in that school, and my surfing level kind of started pushing. I started staying in North Beach, and Anthony Scott's name came around, and we were watching this guy surf, and I was like, my gosh, I want to surf like him. He's so powerful. I mean, he was sponsored, he had full kit, frontline, he had a reef, I think, I don't know who it was, I can't remember, but he was sponsored by Bay International, I think, those days. And I watched this guy surf, I was like, oh my gosh, I want to surf like him.
Just body was rail, a bit of a chop on the face there, but up and riding, surfing yellow, Shane Dawn, into Granny makes some noise.
I think he was so powerful, so good, and so ahead of his time. I mean, he'd destroy waves. And that he motivated me. He motivated me to want to be the best surfer I could be. Him and Wade Sharp. Wade Sharp was another great surfer. I mean, Wade stays in his Zephyr Street in Florida, and used to see his boards. I was like, oh, yeah, Wade Sharp stays there. So cool, eh? But Scotty, freaking absolutely love you, bro, and your surfing inspired me to go big and go hard and push it as hard as I could, hit the lip, destroy it. Go, hit me, I'm gonna hit you. Bro, get back on it and do it because you can. Big love, bro.
And Scott, where do we start off describing the man himself? Known Ant for a long time, from the 80s, from the Bay, cattleman, hanging out with all the lads, but Ant had a whole different ball game. He was loud in the water, fucking loud on land. His surfing was next level in the 80s. I mean, when we at school, there wasn't a team that could fucking stop us. He was power himself. Jason, the Howarths, Donks Cleaver, I mean, Alan Hoppy. There was just such a power team, and Ant surfing was just rail upon rail, bashing, smashing, aggressive on that water, and he should have been deserved a lot more than what some of the results that he got handed to him. He should have been a multiple fucking champion. But Scotty, some of the laties of today don't know about proper power, and you had it, buddy. You had it all the way, mate. Nice to call you a good mate and a good friend after 30 years plus, mate. Take care, Cuddy.
Ant Scott. When I think about Ant Scott, I just think powerhouse, big rail game, just smashing the lip, showing the lip zero respect whatsoever. Absolute legend as well, good friend, loyal, hell of a hug, top surfer.
Ant Scott, what a weapon. I was so lucky to grow up watching guys like Shane Dawn, Wade Sharp, Byron Howard, Ant Scott, just freaking tearing up North Beach, Newpia Bay. Super inspiring. I always loved how aggressive Ant surfing was, but also super stylish and powerful and fast, and he had all the attributes, he ticked all the boxes, and so privileged to grow up watching guys like Ant rip it up every single day. Definitely owe a lot to Ant and the crew for my career and raising the bar every single day down there. So yeah, what a madman.
Hey guys, you won't believe it who I found in Newquay, Nick Williams.
Shut up, Ranks. Hey Scotty, how you man? Cooking an off day, not doing boards, but doing roof fiberglass upstairs, see? Born in the tube and still looking at tubes, even if I'm not in it. Scotty, bro man. The powerhouse, both on the party scene, on the beach, and in the water. So I don't see you guys for years and years on end, but such good memories of many surfs together, many crazy stories that I can't tell you about. But you've got to get back in the water, bro. Same as me. But I've got an excuse. I've got a leg and a belly. You just got a belly, bro. You lose that chip and get back out there.
And Tony, Makunoni, how are you, Kazi? Hope you're well, Kazi. Sending you lots of love.
Anthony!
Anthony, how's it, bro?
Anthony Scott, where do I even start? I've never actually seen surfing like that since then. The power and aggression that I saw the first time I ever saw Ant surf was unbelievably, it's unparalleled. I was hanging around with Michael for a couple of weeks, didn't even know he had a brother, and I was bodyboarding the one day out at North Beach. It was at Derry actually. And I started paddling for this wave and the O starts, hey, and this O starts coming down the line and just whacking it. Fucking spray, re-entry, slash, just spray everywhere. Backed off, paddled away. I was like, hey, to my mate, who's that? No, it's Anthony Scott, bro. That are going to be the next big thing. Hey, it's going to be the champ, this, that. Hey, went on to become the champ, bro. Proved his point. But wow, what a surfer, what a legend, what a guy. Still a legend, still an awesome guy. Just smokes to ride a longboard these days. But hey, as long as you're still surfing, Ant, I love you, brother. Well played. Keep on rocking.
Hey, hi, it's TJ. How you doing, guys? So, Ant Scott. Wow, I remember him as a youngster. I started surfing when I was about 12, 13. I was a bodyboarder before that. I love the beach, grew up in Durban. And I was in the water many times at the bay and at Derry, and at Pirates at Battery Beach. And Ant was in the water nearby and just ripping it up. He was an inspiration to a lot of us. I was never a competition surfer. I was always into like free surfing, and I love surfing up and down the coast. And Durbans and the coastline of KwaZulu-Natal in South Africa is a beautiful place to surf and grow up. But Ant was an inspiration. He did so well. We were all very proud of Ant. And I followed his career. I always was inspired by him and his generation of surfers. South Africa had some fantastic surfers back in the day. It's been an absolute privilege catching up with Ant over the last couple of weeks and putting together this documentary. The guys that all got involved, I hold his family in high regard. I used to actually manage Ant's brother's band, Deranged, back in the early 90s. And I know the family well. And, Ant, I really hope that you get back into it, even if it's like longboarding or just getting in the water with your buddies and stuff, it's always good for the heart and soul, Peace and love, and all the best, but lots of love, yeah, TJ.
Hey guys, this is Mark Reeves from Bali. I'm going to tell you about Ant Scott. You all ready to hear this? He had one of the best styles I've seen. He had the best calf. His off the tops and his S-turns were insane. He was one of the best up and coming surfers that ever. And I'm very proud of him. And I wish he was back in the water. And let's hope that all comes true. And if it doesn't, I'll bring him to Bali and I'll put him on these lefts over here so you can pull him back in. And Scott, pretty much the strongest little grum I've seen with all the tops. He is a vertical attacker, pretty much like E.T. Bottlenose used to be. He had the style, he had everything going for him. And I'll tell you one thing, I respected him highly. Just because of the way he could come off the top, he could come off the lip, he could barrel ride, he could do all that. Now I'd like to bring him over to Bali where I live, and I'd like to see him do that all over again.
And Scott, what can we say about N Scott? N Scott is a typical 80s surfer person. Before all these liberal chops came along and you had to surf and train and do all that stuff. N Scott was explosive in the water and out the water. Surfed hard, partied hard. No one had to live harder. None of this floppy stuff, sliding the rails. It was just power surfing. Put it on the rail, best bottom turn, best top turn, smash the lip as hard as you can, surf the hardest you can, and then afterwards party with the boys as hard as you can. No going to the gym, none of that rubbish. Genuine 80s, way to go. Surf hard, party hard, live hard, enjoy life. And all the people that say no, they're born in the 90s. They're soft liberal chops.
Yeah, there was this guy, N Scott, that kind of, he was like this sponsor's dream. He had the perfect blonde hair. I don't know if he's got blue eyes, but he had everything. He had, and I think because of that, sponsors loved it, man. He was just so smooth. Always got the hottest chicks too. But the one thing I noticed is, like, having been so smooth, when the guy hits the water, he's just got so much dirt and grit and power. You know, something I think is missing from a lot of the best surfers in the world at the moment. So yeah, just a solid surfer. I remember quite clearly paddling out, and I might have got in the way or dropped in on someone by mistake, and it was Wade Sharp, and Ant was out there, I think, and Wade said, "Hey, I'm not going to be heavy to you, but you need to go in and go watch us surf." And I'm saying that in the nicest possible way. And it was probably the best thing that Wade Sharp ever said to me, is go watch. And the one guy that stood out to me the whole time was actually Ant Scott. Like, Ant Scott was so freaking power. You know, I don't know, I can't remember how he did it in contests and all of that stuff, but the memories I have of how hard he used to hit the lip on his forehand and his backhand. He had this crazy layback hack on his forehand, and then he used to go past vert on his backhand, but he used to kind of like punch the wave back. It was so powerful. Yeah, it's just, I think he was sort of maybe ahead of his time, and I mean, if you chose who was the people's favorite in that time, it was probably Ant Scott. In my opinion. I mean, you know, when people used to ask me, like, who's the best surfers in Durban, straight away, first to mind would probably be Ant, Wade, Sharp, Mark Young. Geez, man, the list just goes on and on. But yeah, it'd be good to see him back in the water if he wants it. I'm sure you influenced a lot of people to surf really good and powerful. I wish you the best, Ant. Hopefully we can catch up for a beer or a surf someday, man. Keep well, and yeah, see you out there, buddy.
Scott Ant phoned me the other day in his excited sort of way, and thanks, Ant. I feel privileged and honored for sure just to share for your documentary. I think they should have called it the SCOTTAMENTARY. Just actually got a new board called the Dominator Firewire, and I'm just busy waxing it up, thinking about Ant Scott. And, yeah, he definitely dominated in his surfing, and he definitely, I don't think I've ever seen anyone hit their lip that hard and with that much just grit and pure raw power. And he had these short legs and the stocky sort of build, and it was just insane to watch. You would actually just want to sit on the beach at times and just watch that and appreciate that and learn from that. And I think my brother and I, my twin brother Lee and I, definitely took a lot from that in our surfing. You know, just power, just his timing and his precision and his speed and flow through that, and it was just raw, just pure raw. And I never forget Greg Swart telling me about a trip that him and Ant went on down the south coast, and they were going really hard, and even Greg said to me, you know, that was, he had never seen anyone hit the lip that hard in his whole entire life, and completely agree with that. And yeah, thanks brother, good to hear you well, and yeah, big love bro, and hopefully see you in that lineup soon. Godspeed bro.
Hey Stardust, that rainbow, there's no colors. We're at the sea, might as well be standing in the middle of, but you need water. We're at the moon, there's no way. Love.
Scotty, well, geez, what can I say, Scotty? Thanks for reaching out and, you know, asking to bring up a few memories, say a few words on your behalf. It's a true honor and pleasure. Right? I've only got the fondest memories of you. You know, looking back as a Grom, we looked up to Scotty so much. You know, raw power, aggression, just natural talent. You know, came onto the scene in a flash and just blew everyone's minds away. As a Grommet looking up to him, we were all, you know, had heaps of respect coming from that kind of era. Durban beachfront with so much raw talent. Scotty was definitely a standout by far. Everything he did in the water, he did out the water, whether it was, you know, all the sports he did at school, the chicks, not to mention the chicks, Scotty was a weapon. And also just in everything he did, you know, just an absolute animal. You know, for me, he was our Matt Hoy of that generation. And he let his surfing do the talking. He came onto the scene and just busted it wide open. Springbok surfer, Natal champ, everything, mate. Like, and Scotty, mate, we miss you. We want you back in the water. You know, I've got such fond memories of you, you know, giving us a lot of shit, but I'm sure we gave you a lot of shit, myself and Basta, the Bissett boys, Luke Budd. We had a pretty awesome generation of surfers, so I thank you for that, Scotty. I thank you for, you know, everything you did for our surfing in South Africa. The accolades you did taught us a lot, taught us how to go in there and take things, taught us how to be aggressive, and just show the world that we had some of the best up and coming surfers of that generation. Bro, we love and miss you. I wish I could see you more. It'd be awesome to see you back in the water, as I'm sure everyone else would like to see you. You know, thank you again for your friendship and everything you did for us growing up, mate. Good and bad, you know, yeah, got a couple slaps to the head, but I'm sure I deserved it. But that's, you know, that's what makes Scotty Scotty. And here's to you, brother. You deserve everything and more. And we want you back, bro. You!
Scotty and Scott, wow, where do I begin? Bay days, post Sean Thompson era, probably the hottest time, the most amount of talent in one beach, end of the Bay of Plenty, and Scotty was amongst some of my idols as a kid. Wade Sharp, Barry Van der Meulen, Noel Rami on the heels of Peter Lawson, Tommy Lawson, Byrne, you know, so many good surfers, and Scotty was right there amongst it. Unfortunately, that whole era of surfers had the end of apartheid to deal with, and they got squeezed hard with sponsorships, traveling. I remember bumping into Scotty in Europe the one year, and
he was beat, bro. He just asked me if he could have a shower, hot shower. They'd been on the road for 2-3 months. For some surfers in that era that were that good, traveling just wasn't what it was meant out to be, and they became local heroes. And Scotty was one of those surfers that he put his money where his mouth was. He told you he was going to go out and win a heat, and he'd fucking win the heat. But he wouldn't just win it, he'd smash it, bro. One of the most powerful, talented surfers ever. True inspiration to us grommets growing up in that part of the world. I was lucky to have a sidekick like Lazzy and Mark Jacko to keep me afloat. Scotty was always there looking after us. All of them, Justin Cleaver, Jason Ribbink, all those, you know. Like I said, Wade, Seth Hulley. Part of an amazing group of talented surfers that were very unlucky, but you know, Scotty, head held high, brother. Be good to see you back in the water cupping some lips. We miss that energy, we miss that attitude, we miss that put your money where your mouth is, talks cheap. And a couple young kids, if they had your go for it attitude, they'd be on the tour nowadays. But Scotty, we miss you, bro. Love you, bro. One time.